Zombie ships are fast becoming a feature of the Venezuelan oil trade. This is from Bloomberg, and it was published on the 29th of April 2025. On Good Friday, an aging supertanker, fully laden with oil and calling itself Seadog, arrived in the waters east of Malaysia after a 2-month voyage from Venezuela. The vessel raised some red flags. It was 32 years old, past the age at which a normal tanker would have been scrapped, and it was sailing under the flag of Comoros, a popular flag of convenience that makes ships harder to monitor. For all intents and purposes though, it seemed like any other so-called dark fleet tanker that carries barrels of sometimes sanctioned oil from producers like Russia, Iran, and Venezuela, except it wasn't. The real Seadog, which wasn't sanctioned, had actually been demolished in Bangladesh in 2017. This vessel is what's known as a zombie or phantom ship. It takes on the identity of scrap tankers and appears legitimate and avoids scrutiny from authorities in the US and elsewhere. At least 4 zombie vessels have emerged in recent weeks in the sensitive Venezuelan oil trade, which became even more risky since Trump administration imposed tariffs on countries importing oil from the South American nation. The use of zombie tankers allows dark fleet operators to circumvent restrictions on transporting oil. Bloomberg first reported on a zombie ship that showed up at a Chinese port last September, and in November detailed the return of a scrapped dark fleet tanker. The ruse is gaining attention within the maritime community, which has long tracked the emergence of a parallel system, including operators, insurers, traders, and banks that support the dark fleet. Using zombie ships to transport sanctioned oil is part of a growing trend in the illicit trade in the face of tightening scrutiny, as well as using ship-to-ship transfers to mask the origins of the crude. Methods such as moving to new transshipment locations or switching transponders are becoming increasingly popular. Seadog's imposter was the first of 4 tankers leaving Venezuela that, if fully laden, would be carrying up to 7 million barrels of oil. Since Seadog's double set sail for Asia, 3 other tankers recorded as scrapped embarked on similar journeys in recent days. In March, a ship showing that is Gemma, a VLCC built in '99, and another that says it's Alina, a 1998 built Supermax, both left Venezuela fully laden with crude. These 2 tankers have gone around the Cape of Good Hope and appear to be entering the Indian Ocean. Mid-April, a ship identified as VLCC, New Inspiration, that was built in 2002, left Venezuela and is heading towards South Africa in the Atlantic Ocean. The emergence of zombie ships is happening as Washington tightens the screws on Venezuela's oil industry and threatens to penalize countries that take their crude. Well, these zombie ships is something new. I never heard of this before. But these sanctions are working really, really good. Almost as good as the war on drugs, which the world has been fighting my entire life. You can buy drugs on any street corner in the world, so that's not going so well either. There's just too much money involved here. The demand is there. There's always somebody wanting to buy the oil, and we're talking millions and millions and millions of dollars just for one shipment. So somebody will always find a way to do it. And now we have zombie ships cruising the oceans. What next, I wonder? Alright guys, there it is. As always, thanks for watching. If you're new here and you like these kind of videos, don't forget to subscribe before you leave. And I'll see you on the next one. And watch out for the zombies.